Hi everyone, I'm MacKenzie with the Beaverton City Library, normally with Murray Scholes, but today I'm at home and I'm going to share with you some guerrilla art activities that you can do with supplies that you probably have at home. So I was inspired to do a video about guerrilla art by some hearts that have been posted. They were posted in June, so last month, on Murray Avenue between about Scholes Ferry and Weir. And there are all these hearts that you can see while you're driving, while you're walking along the side of the road, and it's just really beautiful and it made me really happy. So I decided to do a little bit of research about other guerrilla art activities that we can do. When I say guerrilla art, I don't mean gorilla like the animal, I mean guerrilla like Guerilla. And that means sort of secretive and you don't really make it public of what you're going to do. So guerrilla art is usually very much in a public facing format and you don't shine light that it was you who made it. And there's a lot of different projects in this book, the Guerilla Art Kit by Carrie Smith. It's an excellent book. None of the WCCLS member libraries own this title, but if you do go to wccls.org, then go up to services and go to choose interlibrary loan and document delivery. It'll start you through the interlibrary loan process because there are plenty of other libraries in the country that do own this book, and then you can borrow it from one of those libraries. Or you can do like what I did and buy it yourself, whichever works best. So a few activities we'll cover from this book and then one that is not in this book. So the first activity that we're going to talk about is this coupon poster, as you can see. So materials you'll need for this project include paper, pen, scissors, and glue or tape, or I would probably use push pins. So this is how I made mine. I took a piece of cardstock paper, you can also use regular copy paper, and I wrote, "Please take one." And then down below, I drew these sort of dashed lines all the way across to how high I wanted my coupons to be sort of ripped off. And then I made all these lines, all these dashed lines down, so I knew I would be making 8 coupons, okay? So I marked off my coupons, and then I started writing them. And this was so much fun. So I have coupons like, "This coupon encourages you to pay close attention to nature." This coupon encourages you to say something nice about yourself. This coupon encourages you to run in the rain or encourages you to be kind to a stranger. So that was a lot of fun. And then I just took my scissors and I cut all the way up so that it'll be easy for somebody to rip each of these coupons off. And then with guerrilla art, you don't want it to be known that it was you, but I do want to be able to see it and know that it was me, or have other people know that it was me who made it. So I didn't write my name, I didn't write my initials. Instead, I just wrote a little doodle to say, "Hey, that's me." So I did a heart, but it could be any sort of doodle that applies to you as a person. And then you can just post this on community bulletin boards, like in stores, or if the library was open, the library has community boards. So that is your coupon poster. The next activity is book Leavebehinds. And the materials that you will need, and you don't need all of these, and I'll tell you why. Paper, pen, glue, but like I said, you don't need all of this. So what you would do is you would take a book that you really enjoyed, but maybe you know you don't need it anymore. So I really enjoyed The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, but I don't usually read novels a second time through. So I might cut out a book plate that's in this book and write in it, and then paste it in. I might design my own book plate and paste it in, or because it's a book that I own, right, I could write directly on this nice white inside of the cover. Could use colored pencils, whatever I might decide to do. And as you can see, this book plate has a really neat design all the way around. And then it says something really nice. This book now belongs to you. It is a book that I, the previous owner, enjoyed greatly, and so I would like to pass it on. Please read it if you are drawn to do so. If not, you may just leave it where you found it or pass it along to someone else. And then it has a spot for the date. And I might also write where I decided to leave it. So maybe South Beaverton or Northeast Portland, wherever I decide to leave it. Yeah, so you could just leave it at a bus stop or a bench in the park or any other spot that you think a lot of people might come across it. All right, so those are 2 activities from the Guerilla Art Kit by Carrie Smith. Your last activity that you might already know about is Kindness Rocks. And that is just where you pick out some nice rocks and you want them to be pretty light in color because you're going to be using Sharpies on them. You can also use paints, but I like Sharpies, they're really easy. And with paints I tend to mess up. So I pick some light colored rocks and then I write my messages on them, or you can draw on them. So here I have Black Lives Matter, and here I have You Are Beautiful. As you can see, I like drawing more hearts. And then you can put these in parks, along trails. Do be careful because not all parks allow people to leave kindness rocks. So just remember to check the website or ask permission maybe through social media if that park or if that entity allows people to leave kindness rocks. I will say I noticed last week that THPRD's Schiffler Park has, they are encouraging people as of July 1st to leave kindness rocks. I believe they have a special spot in Schiffler Park just for them. All right? Like I said, for this, all I used were rocks and Sharpies. All right? So those are your 3 Guerilla Art activities, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.